Welcome to another Q&A. It's been a while and hopefully you can't hear my air conditioner. It is quite warm here. Also, if you want a chance for your question to be featured in one of these videos, make sure to leave a comment down below or respond to my YouTube community posts or Instagram stories. So let's go. That shelf back there looks really nice. What books, I assume it says, do you have? And proper book collection tour, please. Also, how familiar are you? Blah, blah, blah. First question in, and my English is already dying. Also, how familiar are you with this website? I don't know what that website is, but in terms of the book collection, hopefully I'll have a video pending over, but let's see. The top is mostly books I've gotten from school and stuff. So like Book Thief, Jane Eyre, Frankenstein, Pride and Prejudice, Geometry, I guess. Other two shelves are a lot of books that I really enjoyed growing up. I feel like I haven't read a paper book in a while, but we've got the entire Harry Potter series, which I got in paperback for some dumb reason because you can clearly see how much I've read it. I've got Percy Jackson, The Heroes of Olympus, Steelheart series by Brandon Sanderson, and just a bunch of other books. And also, fun fact, I have Twilight for some reason. I think I got it for free at like a garage sale or something. It was a terrible book. So if you don't know, the way I pick these questions for the video is that I handpick a few really good ones that I like, and then the rest, I try to get about 30 questions in per video, so I have a script that randomly pulls the rest for me. So this definitely was not one that I picked. It just says monkey with no Y. Does Dana like food? I assume it means does, and absolutely. Firstly, if you don't like food, how? And food, I don't know. I feel like if I'm eating, I'm thinking about how good the food it is, how good the food is. Food is one of the many joys of life. How do you manage your time for cubing, YouTube, and work? This is a really good question, and now that I started work and I have 2 YouTube channels, it's even a bit more now, but really it's just time management. I have hours that I work, and outside of those hours, I can do whatever I want, and a lot of that time is spent on my 2 YouTube channels, and I also make sure to sleep and relax, because if I don't sleep or relax, it makes it harder to do the other things in my life. What are your thoughts on Timon Koleshinsky, which I think that's spelled incorrectly, recent sub-6 averages, ER, and Pyramid's new world record? To be honest, I haven't really been following with a lot of the records, so that's really awesome. I don't know much about Pyramix. I can kind of solve one, but there's a new world record. Also, how many competitions have you been to? According to my WCA profile, this many. I don't have it memorized, so hopefully it's on screen. How is guitar going? It's going well. I feel like I haven't been playing as much because I mostly play from other people's tabs and it's hard to find free tabs, so I feel like I've run out of free tabs. Why is pasta so cool? I would love to know this as well. Pasta in many forms. It's delicious, it's cool, and did I mention it's absolutely delicious? What's the scariest thing in high school? High school was a while ago, but I feel there wasn't anything scary in high school. You know, when you're younger and you watch all the TV shows where there are like these cliques and so much action and drama in high school. I don't know if it's just my high school, but I never really experienced that, so I don't really think anything was scary. What has been the biggest change you've seen in the cubing community since you started? I'm not sure about biggest change, but 2 big changes I've seen is, well, first of all, if you didn't know, I started cubing in like 2010, so the hardware has drastically improved. It's miles better. It's not even comparable. And secondly, the average age of cubers I think has gone down. I'm not really sure why that is, but just something I've noticed. This person with an awesome profile picture asks, "Hey Dana, I wanted to ask you a peculiar question, which is when do you get up in the morning? So are you a morning or night person? And also, do you think that getting up early affects your mood and attitude?" I want to say that I get up at 7. That is my ideal time to wake up, but I usually get up around 8 or 8:30. I like to think of myself as a morning person trapped evening person's body. I'm much more productive when I wake up early and go to bed early, but I always tend to go to bed late and wake up late. All right, I'm gonna try to read this in one breath, but I don't have the greatest lung support. You know when you be like alive and stuff and then you're like, oh, I got stuff to do, then you start walking places, then mid-stride forget how to walk, then have a panic attack and an existential crisis because you forgot how to walk, then start freaking out and questioning reality, then remember how to walk again and be fine, and they're like, oh right, it's Tuesday, that's normal, just me. I hope this person is okay. That was a lot. I clearly ran out of breath there. This person, and I think the profile picture is from a Bloons tower defense game. What is a circle? That is a good question. A polygon with infinite sides? I don't actually know the technical definition. It is round. This person says, would you date your celebrity crush for a week or go to a competition with your friends for a week? I would definitely say go to competitions with friends for a week. That's more memorable and more, I think, enjoyable for me. And also, like, are you going on one date for the whole week or like one every day of the week? How does that work? I would much rather go to competitions for an entire week with my friends. How old were you? How old were you when you first got glasses? I think I was in 8th grade or 9th grade, so what age is that? 14, 15. And the reason I knew I needed glasses was because I always asked the teacher to move to the front, and even in the front row I would have to squint and like can't see. And then I went to the eye doctor for the first time, and then they were like, oh, you're blind. Hey, how did you learn to strum guitar or learn the guitar in general? Well, the internet is a wonderful and lovely place. There are tons of videos, tons of tutorials, tons of tabs, tons of songs on the internet. So that's how I learned the internet. I feel like you can learn pretty much anything you want on the internet nowadays. Do you think dogs should be able to fly? No, because that would make them too powerful. Although, if dogs could fly, would more people have dogs because then you could use your dog as like a Pegasus and ride it to places? Is another form of transportation. I don't know if that would be practical. Do you think taking a break from cubing for studies is a good or bad? It is good or bad. Good job, English. I think it is a good idea. Ideally, if you can, you want to be able to balance cubing and studies, but in the grand scheme of life, studies are more important and learning and stuff. So if you had to pick only one or the other, I would pick studies. What are your favorite pizza toppings? I usually only get 2 toppings on pizzas because there's usually a deal at Papa John's that's like 2 topping pizza for this price. So the 2 I always get are pineapple and Roma tomatoes. The like grape-shaped tomatoes, the large grape-shaped tomatoes. Fight me, I love pineapples on pizza. Do you know if Dylan Wang, aka J-Perm, family is of Bill Wang, both from Canada and same last name, so it seems obvious. They're definitely not from the same family. Just because 2 people have the same last name from the same country does not mean they're part of the same family. I don't know what the most popular last name in the US is, but not all Smiths in the US are related. If they were, that would be a ginormous family. Would you rather not buy cubes for a year or not touch a cube for a month? This one is actually pretty easy. I would rather not buy cubes for a year, and I've already done this many times because the hardware is so good even over a year or 2. Sometimes it doesn't change that much. This may have been different in 2010, 2011, so woo, throwback. I'd rather not buy cubes for a year because I've done that already. This person asks, how do you lol? And stretching this out, how do you laugh out loud? I go like, ha 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 ha, but more genuine. I'm not an actor. Rank your subjects from high school from best to worst. I assume the rest says worst, but Instagram crops out the whatever. Fun story, in high school I used to make these little post-its with my class schedule on them because I would always forget what class I had when, but I don't really know how I would rank. I'm not sure if this is saying like my performance or how much I enjoyed them. So I feel like I enjoyed most of my classes and I did pretty well in all of them, so they're all ranked the same, and also I don't want to offend anybody. Why did you do a rant? Because I felt like it, honestly. Pizza or tacos? These are both really good. I love both. I will say pizzas because they're generally cleaner to eat. Every time I eat a taco, it's like I'll bite one side, it'll fall out the other side, so I'll switch to the other side and then it'll fall out of the other side. Whereas a pizza, you can just like eat it from one side to the other. What's it like being swag? I feel like swag became cool when I was in middle school. Anyway, I don't know what it means to be swag, and my sister likes to remind me every day that I am not cool with the kids as they say, so I have no idea. Here is my burning question. Are you burning? Yeah, it's hot. I mean, not inside, but you know what I mean. Why is your hair always in a ponytail? Yeah, you've probably very rarely seen it out of a ponytail. And honestly, I think the reason is just because it holds my hair up. Whenever I put it down, my neck gets really sweaty and itchy, and those are discomforting things that I do not enjoy. Lastly, have you watched any Marvel series? Absolutely, I've watched every single Marvel movie and all the series, and today I'm filming this on Wednesday. My sister and I are going to watch the last episode of Loki. We're really excited, and we just saw Black Widow last Friday, so we love Marvel. Anyway, if you have a question, leave it down below. Get 5% off at thecubegoal.com, and I'll see you guys soon.